Hello, I'm making another Clue video because the other one went so poorly. Ta-da! That's the intro to this. That's the intro to this one. So I'm starting the game right now. I have only picked 3 people, so it will go faster. But you'll see like how to take notes and stuff. Hopefully. Um, now I'm going to switch to this. Ta-da! It's my turn. So you'll see that we have Scarlet, Green, and me, Plum, and we each have 6 cards. These are my 6 cards: Green, Orchid. Yeah, they're all marked out. I have work to do to figure out what room it is. But I'm going to know which weapon it is pretty quickly. So, fortunately, I can go anywhere. Do, 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 do. Let's start with the ballroom, just because. um, Oh, I didn't eat anything. I can't belch. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Okay, so here's my trick. At the first round, you can, whenever you make a suggestion, you pull that person into the room. So what I do is I usually guess myself because I'm already in a room. It would, like, if I chose Miss Scarlet or Green, they wouldn't have to roll next round to get into a room. So it just kind of doesn't give them a leg up. They can, if they roll a 3, they're not going to get into any room. So I mean, it's very low that they're going to roll a 3, but it happens. So I just try and like mediate that by just because if you put them in the room and they roll a 3, then they can make a suggestion. So it's just something. Since I'm playing with 3, these 3 aren't playing, so I'm just gonna pick one of them. I know it's not Orchid, so I'm gonna pick Mustard and the Ranch. Suggest. Okay, now. Okay, this is since it's my turn. That's all the information I get. I know that she has mustard. Okay, now we're cooking with gas. Scarlett's gonna make a suggestion, and then I'm gonna show you how to take notes. Okay, so I'm not gonna show you how to take notes because I put too many few people on here. Okay, hold on one second. Okay, welcome back. I just fixed it to where now there's 6 people, so we can show you how to take notes. Okay. I thought, hey, if it goes faster, but then you don't get to actually see why the notes are taken like they are. It's easier with more people to show exactly what it is. Okay, so Orchid has asked for Scarlet and Candlestick Lounge. Now, we know Mr. Green has one of these 3 things. He doesn't have the lounge, which is great for us because we have the lounge. So we have a 50-50 shot of figuring this out. Now, what you do is you go over here and you put a 1 under Scarlet. You go to Green's column, and over Miss Scarlet, you put a 1, and you put a 1 on Candlestick. That way, you know that in this first suggestion, that Green has either Scarlet or Candlestick. And this matters next time Green stops a card. Let's see what it is. I did put them on easy, so that kind of lasts a little bit longer. Hopefully Green will stop this. Yes, he did. So we're going to put a 2 here for Peacock, a 2 for Candlestick, and a 2 for Dining Room. Now, we could guess that he has the Candlestick. He might just have the Candlestick. However, he could also have Miss Scarlet and Miss Peacock. So, and that would be the reason why they stopped. So you can't make that big of an assumption. I mean, you can, but I don't like making those big leaps. That's usually why I eventually go to wild accusations. Because I kind of take it slow and steady, kind of. I have ballroom, so I don't learn anything. Um, See, and now, see, she's already in the room. She rolled a 2, and it's her first turn. She wouldn't have gotten into a room, and she wouldn't be this far ahead. So you put a 1 under mustard, lead pipe, and dining room, because I really should have gotten some water. But, yep, so that's that one suggestion. Ooh, 12s, boxcars. Let's see. Let's go to the billiard room so Vox can look at the snooker cues and talk about how there's billiard balls on the table and not all that kind of stuff. I'm gonna guess me because A, I don't have me, and B, I don't want to give anybody head start. So rope. Ta-da! Oh, okay. So billiard room. So now we know 2 of his cards. We know he definitely has a billiard room, but then he also has one of those 3 cards. So that's good. Hopefully, we'll find out. He'll stop another card, and it won't be one of the cards we already have. Because then we could make one of my favorite things to do and X out the whole thing. Whoop! Stopped again. So Scarlet 3. Candlestick 3 and dining room 3. It kind of sucks. We can still guess he has the candlestick, but he could have the dining room and Miss Scarlet. That's very possible. And like I've made those assumptions before when I started playing this game, and it did screw me over. So I like to. I think it's harder when you're playing with people. With a game with a game against computers, you kind of tell when you're gonna have your last thing because they're all running on the same algorithm, I guess. But against people, everybody's taking different kinds of notes, so you never know. I don't care who's asking the question because people can ask the things that are in their hand. See, peacock. 4, dagger 4, and then I have the lounge. So he could very well have Miss Peacock on the dining room. So I did just say he could have Scarlet in the dining room. He probably has a candlestick. He could have all 3. He could have Scarlet, Peacock, and the candlestick. Or, yeah. And that would also be why he stopped all those. So we're going to put our 1s here. And I just use the numbers to keep track of what suggestion, what things go with each suggestion. Now I know like I'm playing on easy, so I know these bots aren't probably guessing things that are in their hand, but I never want to make too bad an assumption. So we know she has them Scarlet. She has either the Volver or the kitchen. Nice. Nice. It's my turn to guess. So I'm gonna go with. Okay. Already found out he has that. I do so. Personally, when I'm playing against computers, and when I play against people too, like this thing is there's no information here. We have a 1 here for hall. We have 1 here for library. I like to get numbers in places that don't have any numbers. So I'm gonna go to study, and I'm gonna guess orchid because she also doesn't have any numbers by her, and I'm gonna guess robe. So they're all fresh and clean. So we got study. So we know it's not study. Great. It'll be good if there's some like I can show you how it helps the numbers thing. Okay, so alright, so she has either Orchid, we're on 2 for this for Peacock, so 2 here, 2 for Lead Pipe, and that's neither or. I will say there are some logic things that you could probably decipher from Green's number placement, especially if we find out exactly which one he has, um, or which one he doesn't have. Okay, he stopped. He stopped Scarlet, which is a 5, a Dagger, which is a 5, and Lounge. So he either has the Dagger or Scarlet. Now, I'm guessing it has Scarlet. I'm going to put a question mark there. Because I think he has Scarlet because just of how it kind of worked out. If this 4 wasn't here, I would say he definitely has Scarlet. But the 4's there, so I'm going to let it lay for a second. In fact, next time I'm probably going to either choose the Candlestick or the Dagger just so that I can clear one of those 2 from his hand if I get the chance to get to him. I think I can. Well, I mean, I don't know. So I have Green. He has. Okay, so I don't. I have Green. He doesn't have the Lead Pipe, so he does have the Conservatory, which is kind of crazy. So I'm pretty sure he has. No, I can't make that assumption. If he has Scarlet, then Scarlet is there for 1, 3, and 5. That means he doesn't have to have Dining Room. But we have a 2 and 4, so he'd have to have Scarlet and Peacock, and that would be his 3 cards. We'll see. This is interesting. Interesting. Okay, let's go to the billiard room. We know who has a billiard room. I have Green. So unless she has a revolver, I have to show my hand. I typically like to keep track of what I've shown. I'm not doing that in this game because, I've shown the ballroom and I've showed, now I've shown Green. So I know that someone on the table knows 2 of the cards I have. I do that because if they ever ask like Green and ballroom, I would know. If I had only shown the ballroom, I would just show the ballroom again. So I know that the ballroom is more known and I could still keep Green covered. That's really playing against people, not. So unfortunately, this 2 doesn't help us. If it wasn't the Lead Pipe, we could X out all the other ones, but nope, had to guess the Lead Pipe. Typical computers just fucking us over. I'm gonna go to the library. So library, I'm gonna go ahead and guess Orchid again, because I know that if I guess Orchid, it'll at least get to Mr. Green. We're gonna go ahead and guess Candlestick, because there's a bigger chance to get to him, and library. And Scarlet messed this up because she has a library. So, but now we know that she doesn't have the library, and now it's a 50-50 shot between Peacock having the wrench and Plum. In turn. Yeah, I kind of forgot my plan to figure it out, but it's fine. Rub. Let's go. Okay, so what are we on for her? 2? Yeah, so 2 and 2. So we know she has either plum or rope. We know that she has a kitchen or revolver. So we know she doesn't have any of the other things. So we can just exit. We can put X's all the way down her column because she only has 3 cards. We know one of the cards, and we now have a 50-50 shot of knowing the other 2 cards because they're separate. Now, if they had the same number, we wouldn't be able to do that, like for Colonel Mustard, because he could have the lead pipe, and then there's a third card that's out there that may not be numbered. I hope this is making sense. Feel free to ask me a question. You know, you can write questions down that you have while I'm playing, and then ask me later. You know, all right. Okay, so doesn't have Scarlet. I have Ballroom, so we know she has the rope, and we know we don't have the rope, so get rid of that too. That means you surely have Professor Plum, which means I can get rid of that too. Now, okay, I'll save that for when it happens. And we know that you don't have Plum, so you definitely have the wrench. Oh, it's just domino effect 1. So we know that you don't have that. And we know none 2 of your cards, so we can X out the other cards. Boom. Because you either have Mustard or you have Hall. There is sometimes a reason to keep the number there if you have a check mark. I kind of like doing that because it helps me kind of remember, oh, that was also guessed with this one. So we now know he doesn't have Scarlet. So 50-50 with 1, so he definitely has the candlestick. So that's the 1s are gone. 1s are gone. Okay, so the 3. Okay, so the 3 was the candlestick as well, so we can take those 3s off. The 5 was a 50-50, so he doesn't have that, so he definitely has the dagger. So the 5s can go 5, the 5, and the 2 can go here. Now, I'm just going to pretend like I don't know that he has the conservatory. Right here we have a 2. Usually if I didn't know, I know he doesn't have Peacock because we know all 3 of his cards. So I would normally keep that there until it was definitive, but we know, so I'm just going to remove the numbers and we're going to X out the rest of his column. Boom. 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 Okay. That was a really good turn for us. Scarlet Revolver. So we definitely now know Smith Scarlet. She stopped it. She doesn't have either of those 2, so she has the revolver for sure. And I can take that 1 away. I can also add the X here because it is 50-50. We already knew that we already know all 3 of her cards. So, we also now know it's the lead pipe because all the other weapons are X'd out. So, that's an X here and an X here. Is this 50-50 too? Yep, that's a 50-50. So we definitely know she has Orchid. Although we should have known that because we know that Scarlet is the person. So I'll take those 2s out. We don't know her 3rd card, so we can't do anything else. These 1s and 2s. So 2 was 50-50, so we're going to have to make a check mark there. Because we know for sure that they have that. We don't know if they have Mustard or the dining room, so we're gonna take this 1 away, but we'll leave the other 2 1s. But we do know that that's now we know 2 of the 3rd cards, so we know that's one of the other ones. So we can take this Hall gone. This Hall's gone. Now here, now that we've made all those numbers go away during that turn, we can look at this. We know that it's not. They're running Scarlet. We're not going to... Oh, Salt. Okay, never mind. I thought for some reason it was the Hall. I think I got my things mixed up. But like it was. I thought it was the hall, so I was gonna say something about I don't know. So I'm gonna go to the kitchen. The reason why I'm gonna go to the kitchen is because Mustard could stop me at dining room. Scarlet could stop me at the hall, but no one can stop me except Peacock for kitchen, and then I would know for sure if she had the kitchen or not. We don't know which of these two people have Mustard. So, okay, so we know Scarlet and Lead Pipe. So let's just go ahead and ask those. Ooh. Okay, and that's the answer. Now, we could have figured this out another way by asking for Mustard instead of Scarlet, because either Mustard or Scarlet would have stopped me, and then I would know who has Mustard. That would also show me which of them have Scarlet. Oh. Oh, and then... No? Hey. And then Peacock would have the other room. But we wouldn't know about the kitchen. Yeah, I think I did right. Okay. So I hope this helps on the number system that I use. I don't muddy it up with question marks and exclamation points unless I'm just trying to guess something. Like I put a question mark on someone who I thought had Scarlet. Turns out they didn't have Scarlet. So it's good that I didn't you know, put that away. But I don't do that too much. I don't want to make things complicated. That's another thing is if you keep track of who's guessing what, it kind of gets a little bit more complicated because you have to add more stuff to the board. I do like Trash's thing where she said she puts question marks by the person that's asking, and exclamation points by the person who is stopping it. But then it's hard to keep track of those two things. So it's because you start putting question marks and exclamation points all over the place. Here it's kind of simplified where it's just finding out who has what card and not worrying about who's asking. Different people take different notes. Whatever works for you. Anyway, so that's my suggestion on how to take notes. And you can win like me, like I just did. Ta-da. Let's see what my score is. Ooh, 80. Ooh. My best score was 600. Just saying. I think that's the highest you can get. Anyway.